Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of mine. This time I'm back with Song of a Crimson Nile, Season 1, Episode 7. Last episode ended in an interesting way. We met a person in an oasis, and he reminded me of Aemon, like the way the illustration presented him. So I'm intrigued to know what it is. Besides, Aemon showed that he cares about us, and we made a pact with the devil, aka with Livius. So let's see what's gonna happen. Oh, I have the feeling this is gonna be interesting. Eva's offered a new commission, which forces her to take drastic measures. Not a commission. Honestly, she's asking for punishment at this point. Get yourself punished, girl. Episode 7, The Price of Life. The title already says it all, doesn't it? Eva watched the stranger approaching her, puzzled. He stopped over the low bushes and then climbed up the small hill. Eva was surprised by his rather pale skin and equally uncommon hair, which turned different shades of copper in the sunlight. She stared at the man. I thought there wasn't anyone here. There isn't anyone. That's what I like about this place. I'm gonna give him a lower voice, almost like Aemon, but with an accent, you know. Eva craned her neck, hoping to see at least one building. She then raised an eyebrow. So is this your land then? Do you live here? No, I'm a wanderer. He's staring at me so intently. It's almost as if he's seeing through me. I should leave before he starts giving me trouble. I'll be leaving. Bye-bye. Sorry. But honestly, what would you be doing? If someone is giving you the creeps, I don't think that immediately running away is the best option. So just say yeah, I'm leaving. Not, it's getting late. You know how many creeps could be stopping you while you want to leave? None. People tire me too. Let's both revel in our solitude. I mean, is she wrong? People tire me all the time. I'll never get used to human stupidity. I'll let you enjoy the oasis in peace. Eva was about to leave, but suddenly she stopped. The man tilted his head slightly to one side. Are you really going to leave? Stay with me for a short while. Why? Not everything needs a reason. So technically he's asking us to shut off our brain, right? People were gonna get in so much trouble. Because I don't think that someone allowed us to leave. We don't have permission to leave the grounds because of that damn curse that is cursing throughout the lands. That's why they didn't want us to eat outside of that small campground where we settled down. So I don't think we have permission to go anywhere else. So if we should get home very late, we're gonna get in so much trouble. Why don't we go for a walk? Look how clear the water is. Cool, gentle, refreshing, and all these luscious plants. Go for a walk? Here? Look at the horizon. We're standing in the open desert. The desert doesn't pose any danger. I sometimes wander around it, lost in my own thoughts. I'm Ash, and what is your name? Okay, Ash. Evitus. Ash blinked nervously. Excuse me. Evitus. I've never heard such a name before. My father didn't spare any effort when it came to giving me a unique name, period. Because our father knew that we are an icon, so our name had to be special. You're right there. He was generous indeed. It shows something meaningful. Ash narrowed his eyes, thinking about something. What places have you visited in your wanderings? Eva decided to show good manners and ask him a few questions. Too many to tell, but I try not to go beyond my borders. Your borders? The borders of Egypt. Have you been to the capital? He suddenly winced and shook his head. To his fit with the capital. Are we seeing his glowing eyes? Gods know they don't have much time left. Are you holding a grudge against the whole city of Memphis? A grudge? Forget about Memphis, Evitus. Soon there will be nothing left of it. Everyone will move to Alexandria. Is he behind the curse?
Where do you come from?
Hermopolis.
The Midland. I see you're educated.
I'm trying to be. Ash looked at Eva in a different way. His eyes narrowed.
So what about that walk?
Are you inviting me for a walk in the desert? I've recently read about people going crazy when wandering in the Red Land. I don't want such a fate. And you shouldn't go there either. The gods aren't always kind. If you get into trouble, it's not a given that they'll help you.
You're so well read. Yes, the desert doesn't spare the weak.
For now. Oh yeah, let's go. You didn't get drunk in the library and were able to read what you read. Yes! Do you know the desert well?
Are you ready to go there with anyone?
Did I say I was ready to go there? Honestly, I love when she switches from serious to mocking, you know? Like, that's actually me. Like, depending on what you throw at me, depending on how you say something, I snap in an instant into mocking. Because who are you to try me? Ash heaved a deep sigh and stretched. He realized there was no point in arguing with her.
I thought you stay by the water, but go since you've made up your mind.
A moment ago he was asking me to stay and now he's pushing me away. Girl, if you don't want to go with him, then don't. Like, Ash slowly walked back to the water. Huh. You know what? He intrigues me. He intrigues me, that's the point. Not in like a romantic way like Eamon or Livius, for example. But he intrigues me. What is he doing all alone in an oasis in the middle of the desert? Don't leave. Don't leave, come back. Ash turned around. Do you need help getting to the East Bank?
Why would I?
There's not another living soul for miles on the West Bank. And the few people living here are all gathered in Setmat. How do you travel? Do you follow the river? Ash's lips spread into a half smile. His brows furrowed.
Don't burden your pretty head with other people's troubles.
That was a nice smile over there.
I have no problems moving across the country. I'll find a ferryman. Don't you worry.
I wasn't worried. Lies. I'm not... Oh, there's a spark. There's a spark there.
I'm not surprised. People like you have no real concern for others.
Ooh! That was him bitching at her. People like me? What do you mean?
You walk on the edge between the world of dead and the world of the living.
Is he also a Sheshmu? Didn't I say, is he responsible for the curse?
I worry about the living if the dead are calling for your attention.
Have you been out in the sun for too long? Ooh! No, but her angry face. Don't say things like that. Eva turned around and headed back to the settlement. Is he gonna grab her? They've all gone insane here on the West Bank. Oh. He's a Sheshmu. Do not lie to me. He's giving Evitus vibes. You know, being shady, being defensive, but still being mocking. Besides, he said there will be nothing left anymore, and they will be moving to Alexandria. How will he know that? How could he know that with precision, that they will be going there? Ash is pleased to have met you. Ash called after her.
Celebrate this day is one to remember.
Why? Because I met you? Eva frowned and left. Ooh. Okay, sir. Let me see you around. By the time she returned to the settlement, the sky had already turned pink. At the edge of Setmat, she noticed Agnia carrying 2 bags. I wonder what connects her with the epistates and the other hunters. Maybe I could subtly ask her. Agnia noticed her and smiled in greeting. It was hard to imagine that this petite woman could not only make anyone blush with her words, but also make friends with the hunters. An ordinary trader should be crossing the Nile with local fishermen. But she came with the hunters and smiled while talking to Eamon and Titian. I would be a fool to think Agnia has nothing to do with them. Any luck collecting precious stones?
Yes, I found some. I'll sort them and see if there's anything of real value.
Did someone take you to the field? Why did you go alone? Do you have a deal with the ferryman? Did someone take you to the field? I've been walking around by myself. It's so easy to get lost. Do you know your way around the West Bank?
Well enough to not need anyone to come with me.
Cunning. Agnia crossed her arms, her lips curled into a grin.
I see you're a nosy one.
Me? I'm not really that interested.
Really? Alright. And here I was thinking of inviting you for a cup of freshly brewed Heket.
Hearing the word Heket, Eva winced, the back of her head suddenly throbbing. I'm not really feeling like drinking beer at the moment.
Really? What do you prefer? Wine? Would you like to join me for a cup?
Sure. Why not pass the time in pleasant conversation?
Didn't you just say you're not that interested in a stranger's affair?
Let's have a drink together and you won't be a stranger anymore. I mean, hello? We seek the opportunity.
That's a clever way to see it. I will send a bird. We'll agree on time and place.
Is she really a simple trader and just pretending to be one? Maybe she's spying for the hunters. Or am I overthinking? She's pretty and she's not annoying. Maybe I'm just being unfair to her. And honestly, I would rather think badly of to know. The hunters are turning me into a fool. Suddenly one of Agnia's back split at the seams. Its precious contents spilled on the ground. Agnia looked at the bag displeased.
Garcia.
Let me help you. Help her as a friend. Okay, so she's a romantic choice. Let's help her. At least let's have her as a friend. Do you have room in the other bag? Let me help you. They crouched down and began collecting the scattered stones.
When I return to Thebes, I will put this back over the head of the one who sold it to me. It would serve him right.
I'd like to see that.
You can come with me.
Eva laughed. Deep down, she was hoping Agnia had nothing to do with the hunters. She liked her as a person, which was a rare occurrence. Agnia is grateful for your help. Thank you. When they were almost done, Eva stopped for a moment, staring at the stones, shining in the sun so beautiful. Agnia noticed it and shook the bag.
When we meet next, I can make jewelry for you. Would you want that?
Yes.
All right, I'll find something to match your eyes.
She has beautiful blue eyes. Agnia will make jewelry for you. Okay. Thank you. Lucky me.
Let's go.
They walked back to the settlement.
So you had to split up?
Yes. I was told to leave. Honestly, I was told to leave. They didn't want me to stay there anymore, so I was told to leave.
What?
Eamon said I had nothing to do there and told me to go back.
Really? That sounds like him.
Why are you looking like that then? The choice you've made will affect the plot. I mean, it's not a lie. He told us to get lost.
But what about the injured man you found? Did he say anything?
Yeah.
He passed away.
Emma was taken aback by Eastman's sudden appearance. He did?
Yes, if only he'd lived an hour longer. Come on, Eva. The hunters are considering what to do next.
Eva looked at Agnia, but the woman just waved her hand.
Go.
The woman stayed under the tent and Eastman led his friend away. Uh-oh. Many people were gathered in the humble, stuffy room. Healers, scribes, hunters, they were discussing what to do next.
Did he say anything else? Not a word. That's too bad.
People, he is so fine.
Someone hit him on the head and threw him into the water. Not too deep or the body would have been taken away by the current. Whoever monster did that left him near the bank for the crocodiles to feast on.
Wow.
That's not all. What else do we know? We found the strangest thing. No, that's not quite right. There was something we didn't find. The mummy's internal organs were nowhere to be found.
Eamon's eyes found Eva. Ooh! But honestly, poor him. Like, we saw him. We saw his soul. We talked to her soul. And he actually said, check the insides, as in, he knew that his organs are gone. Imagine being outside of your own body and seeing someone take your organs, people. And you can't do anything about it. Imagine just wanting to tell someone to get lost because these are your organs, for example. And you can't do anything but to see someone slice your skin open and take out your organs, people. Oh my god. And of course, because we said check the insides, now we're the suspect number 1. He raised his eyebrows.
How did you know about that, by the way?
Me? It was just a guess. I shouldn't have helped them. Now they're going to blame me.
Interesting guess to have. And how does a medical scribe know about the interstices of a ambling process? It's my fault, epistates. I taught her all kinds of things. Please don't get the wrong idea. All kinds of things?
Hey, sir, what kind of things are you imagining? No, he was not my sex teacher.
I told her about everything I found interesting. We're close friends. How they removed the brain, preserved the internal organs and all that.
Eastman is a real one. Eamon pursed his lips. He could have put more pressure on Eva, but he didn't. He thought it was not the right time. We're not off the hook, people.
Let Rabbi be a witness to your word, and yet she was right.
When the epistates lost interest in Eva, she quickly glanced at Eastman. He's furious. Uh-oh. But he's also glad he was able to help me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love this man. Eastman is so cute. What possessed me to say that? I must have been so eager to find out the truth that I ended up helping the hunters. Curse you, Eva.
The missing preserved organs mean that we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah. Sheshmu.
That's right. There are neither impacts inside the body nor in the alpastra jars.
Livius nodded warily.
They were stolen.
During the mummification process, the internal organs were removed, washed, dried, and placed in ritual vessels. Alabasta jars. Oh. People, I can't. This vision is giving me the creeps. Alternatively, they were put in bags and returned to the body so that the Ka could use them after death. What about the gold? Did they take any of it?
Everything is still there. They didn't break into the tomb looking for treasures.
The heavy silence that followed spoke louder than words. Any decision Eamon was going to make was going to mean death for so many people.
It's a curse. It cannot be otherwise.
As in, we're opening the fire to Sheshmu.
Hila, tell everything to your wise mentor. I heard you learn from the best. You have the support of the personal healer of Pharaoh's Menes II himself. Am I right?
Oh my god. People, I'm scared. I'm just so scared. I'm so scared for per character.
Yes, my teacher is currently busy in the capital, but he will give us advice when he has a free moment. He will appreciate his guidance.
Eamon said those usual pleasantries in a toneless voice as if reciting words he had memorized. He didn't really care about Livius and his famous teacher.
Until then, we'll look for those responsible ourselves. If you find out anything suspicious, report it to me personally.
Eamon was like a hound that had smelled blood. And honestly, isn't this showing what I said in the last episode, that I think Eamon is the most dangerous one? Livius is just a very good healer, but Eamon is the one with so much power. He could literally get us killed. He could orchestrate the persecution of Sheshmu with just a word of him because of how much power he possesses. And we could do nothing about that. He could literally orchestrate the entire people in that specific place right now to grab us and to bring us to a chopping block to get executed. The fear for her, people, is real. He knew he had picked up a trail. Nothing could deter him from following the tracks. Eva felt uneasy when Eamon smirked unkindly.
The guilty will be brought to justice. Their heads will decorate the gates into Tebas.
Yeah. And I'm 100% sure that he blames Sheshmu. The hunters smiled approvingly, patting each other's shoulders enthusiastically, and were dying on the inside. Even the other dark magicians didn't even dare look up from the floor. Yeah, they had nothing to get excited about. Yeah. The reed boat bobbed lazily on the waves. The squad was returning to the settlement on the east bank. Livius joined them. He had to visit Tebus and send a message to his mentor. He sat next to Eva since he hadn't befriended anyone else in the squad. What you mean? He was making fun of us. Besides, Eamon and the other hunters kept casting disapproving glances at the healer. Why? He did nothing. Or is that your problem, that he did nothing? The apostates had immediately disliked him when they met for the first time. He saw the connection between me and Livius, and that's why he can't stand him. We learned last episode that he's fond of us. Eamon is fond of us. So, jealousy is coming out here. And now that he's sitting next to us, always looking for our presence, it's not gonna make him like him even more. Agnia was laughing loudly, standing next to Titian. Eva could hear fragments of the conversation.
Hiding, holding my breath. He was pacing around and swearing. I could hardly stop myself from laughing. Caledon thinks he's so important, yet you fooled him so easily.
Eva almost jumped when Eastman sat down next to her and grabbed her hand. He hissed in her ear. He's gonna say, what the fuck were you thinking?
Isfit, what's wrong with you? Do you have a death wish?
I didn't mean for any of that to happen. I was just trying to help.
How did you find out about the organs?
Eastman had never told her anything about embalming. He only said that to cover for Eva, so now he really wanted to know the truth. It's a long story, not here and not now.
Do you understand this is not a joke? What will happen if you...
He stopped talking. Eva heard a voice coming from behind her. Like, Livius is literally right next to them.
Don't get mad at her. She fits bad enough without you making it worse.
Ooh, Livius? Okay. Livius saying he wants to intervene? Livius, who was sitting nearby, joined the conversation. He propped his cheek on his hand and continued in a calm voice.
The apostate has been staring daggers at her ever since we left.
Eastman gave Eamon an uncomfortable look.
But why? Who knows what thoughts are going through his mind?
This is probably some situation where he's like, this is hate and it's mutual. You're left alone in Ammo's tomb, right?
Yes, for a while.
Did the apostate say anything about me?
Maybe he did, maybe he didn't.
And could you not tell me? Pry for more details. What did the apostates do? Oh, let me stop. Okay. Pry for more details. Tell me something, sir. You must know. Why did he order me to leave?
He ordered you to leave?
Yes, his man. He said I didn't need to write anything down and told me to go. Literally what I said in the last episode, so why was he mad when we said we're leaving? Isman seemed to be lost in thoughts for a moment, staring straight ahead of him.
He didn't do anything special. We just examined the tomb and the mummy.
Just examined it? That's it?
Yes, but he did it in a strange way. He paid attention to details and places I wouldn't even have thought of. I asked him a couple of times what he was doing and why, but the opposite was true to himself and just answered curtly, investigating.
And what was it that caught his eye?
Why are you so interested?
I'm a curious person.
I see his reasons for kicking you out. The opposite has his secrets.
Path of honesty. Don't play games with me, healer. Ooh, you're not in his good graces just like me. Your position is hardly better than mine. I love it. I love it. Yeah, you're not in his good graces either, sir.
Me, not in his good graces. He's just not a man who's known for his kindness. That's all.
I'm not trying to talk down on Aemon. He's just a difficult character, and it's very difficult to get close to him. Like I said, because of his high position, and he has a lot of duties that he has to accomplish. Him getting intimately close to someone is like not the first thought for him. So he's pretty coldly to everyone, but he has shown that he cares, even though he said it in a tone where we could see it as him again complaining about something we're doing. So it's not a lie that he's like saying he's not known for his kindness. That's true. But it's not just kindness. He just doesn't show emotion in general. He's pretty cold, but that's okay, I would think. He's like, I have to do my job. I have to figure this out so that not more people are gonna suffer, so that not more people will die. And I can't allow myself to be that gentle to someone that is hindering the investigation or is mocking me and my intentions of helping people, you know? Like, depending on how much you actually care about others, someone questioning your honor, it could actually hurt him, and he's not the person to like cry or something, so he like just punches you, as in verbally. He like lashes out at you. He's saying you need to learn respect, and I'm gonna teach it to you by punishing you, you know? Yes, of course. Yet he smiles when talking to Titian and Agnia. I don't remember him smiling at you, not even once. What you got to say about that, Livius? There you have it. Everything is crystal clear about me. There is a reason. With you, things are more complicated. He doesn't like him getting attention from us. That's how things are.
So what's your reason?
I annoy him. It's just that simple. That's why he's glaring at me. No, wrong, girl. It's not just us annoying him. We are teasing him. We're provoking him. But what did you do wrong? Aren't you curious?
Not really.
Girl, you're not gonna be capable to get along with every single person you meet. So, hating someone, even though you don't know them, I would say is a human flaw. But depending on the small amounts you see, you don't actually are keen to get to know a person because you know yourself and you know personality traits you appreciate in a person and personality traits that you can't stand. So if you see the personality traits that you can't stand in a person, you're not actually keen to get to know a person. Doesn't matter if they're pure-hearted or not, for example. That's strange. You'll be working with him for quite some time. It must be hard to be at odds with the apostates. I really don't envy you. Girl, you're not in a better position. Livius remained silent for a few moments, looking intently at Eva. Suddenly he smiled.
No, you're not a fool, Levitis. You're clever after all.
Why are you smiling like that? All this time you thought I was stupid?
And I thought you were naive.
What's so funny?
Let's do it this way. You help me, I help you. Find out why the episode dislikes me and tell me. Deal?
Eva grinned. Deal. And you will tell me what he was doing in that tomb. Eastman cut them off. He's like, not gonna happen.
Please be quiet. Mento, I've fallen into a trap.
This is not a trap. Stop talking nonsense. Alright, Livius is his teacher. He's like his mentor. Because Eastman is a healer as well.
Don't be concerned, Eastman. The apostates examined the floor of the tomb, then the ark. You checked the mummy for damage and looked at the back of the sarcophagus lid. He checked every little detail.
Interesting. What was he looking for?
Asked him why he'd sent you away, but he didn't say anything. That's all.
You made a deal with Livius. Soon you will have to keep your end of the bargain. People, we're getting ourselves into a hot mess with Livius. We started a war with this man inside of the tomb. And now she met another bargain. Jesus Christ. We're just entangling ourselves in this man. Eva frowned confused. She was expecting something more telling. He looked at the floor, the ark, the sarcophagus. How was that supposed to help her? Livius shrugged his shoulders.
Now it's your turn.
But you didn't tell me anything particularly interesting.
That was not part of our deal, was it?
Thus, the face let us be mad. Your choice will affect the plot. Eva turned away. Have it your way.
Don't be sad. You haven't done anything wrong.
No, not yet. Not yet. She knows she's gonna screw up. She knows she's gonna screw up. They spent the rest of the way in silence. When they arrived, Eva immediately went to take a bath. She wanted to wash away the dust from the tomb and moisturize and nourish her skin after walking near the desert. However, a dog suddenly ran toward her, almost knocking her down. Our beautiful dog! Orion! The dog stood up on its hind legs, reaching for Eva. Aw, she didn't understand why he was greeting her like that and not Eastman. Eva instantly felt more relaxed. She kneeled down and began scratching the dog's neck. Alright, I forgive you this time. Who's a good boy? Who's so pretty? I love it. Right, it's you. I cannot. Orion received his share of affection and happily rushed to Eastman. This dog. Staring into the tub of water, Eva was lost in thought. What a day. What does Eamon suspect me of? Why did he examine the floor and the sarcophagus? Yes, I'm not the most obedient person, but I haven't actually been caught doing anything wrong. And Livius, curse him! How can I find out the truth from the epistates? I was trying to be cunning, but I got caught in my own trap. That healer is not an easy man. And that ridiculous bet. Ra knows he will come asking for help and I'll get my revenge. Her thoughts turned to the red-haired man. What was he doing here, in that oasis? Don't wanderers go to the cities? This is the first time I've seen someone travel around oasis. Why was he trying to pursue me to stay? He could feel that you're a Sheshmu. It reminds me of something. It's like I've heard a similar story. But I can't explain how he talked to me almost as if he knew I was a Sheshmu. Yes! I wouldn't go back to that oasis again, not even for 100 coins. Eva tried to relax and decided to finish washing. I have the feeling we're gonna see him again. I have the feeling he followed us. She wanted to change her clothes and go to dinner. Eva looked for something to wear. Okay. Honestly, I don't like any of these. So I'm gonna go with this. I don't like any of these. Stop here. Next, she needed to dry and style her hair. Give me some better options. Ooh, the braid! You all know I'm a fan of... Wow. You all know I'm a fan of the braids. Stop here. Approaching the refectory, Eva saw Ramesses and Remau sitting together. Livius was sitting at another table. He had decided to spend the night at the settlement. It was safer to go to Tebas in the morning. Eastman was sitting next to him, immersed in conversation. Eva went to get some food. The cook handed her a plate. Ooh, hearty dinner. Eva looked around the room. Ooh, this choice will affect your friendships. I'll sit down with Livius Ramesses Dia. Livius. If we can't sit next to Amen, I'm gonna sit next to Livius. Putting the plate on his table, Eva sat down up opposite him. His face. He's like, I'm sorry? When were you gonna tell me that you're sitting next to me? She actually said, I'm gonna sit across from you.
Oh, hello.
I decided you could benefit from my company. People, sometimes I actually need her confidence. Honestly. Like, she's actually completely me. But, like, I would say she's capable to disguise or hide her insecurities better than me. So sometimes I would actually need her confidence.
If this evening lacked chaos, we would have called you.
Olivius, you're happy that I'm here.
I've been wondering all day. About what? How do you, a calm and friendly person, is close to Eva?
Hello? Are you saying I'm restless and unfriendly?
How can I describe you?
Without using the word bitch, please.
You're like throwing rocks into a Cooper basin.
Oh, huh?
So loud.
And you?
All right, let's eat.
We technically have the same connection. with Aemon and Livius. You can put both of them in a bag. They are almost the same. The only difference, Aemon is more like cold. He rarely shows emotion. The only emotion he has ever showed was angry and a little bit concern. But he also expressed that concern with rage. He's closed off. He rarely shows emotions. At this moment, you can only say that he's numb, as in emotionless, because he never shows emotion. Livius, on the other hand, he shows emotion. In difference from Aemon, where we're the only one teasing and provoking him, and he just answers in that defensive manner, Livius goes into the fight, you know? Eva stared at Livius for another moment, but he only smiled back.
Stop glaring at me, I was just joking.
Livius! Fine, enjoy your meal. You're becoming slowly red. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Give me a bit of your attention, Livius. That's all I want. As he was about to leave the factory, Ramao stopped and beckoned Eva over. She stopped eating and obediently approached her mentor. He slightly leaned toward her.
I found something for you. Get ready.
You're talking about...
Hush, you heard me. This will be a new area of practice for you.
Necromancy. A necromancy commission.
You'll have a partner. You can't do this alone. Now go.
What? Working with someone else? Oh, it's the red-haired guy! It's the red-haired guy!
Quiet. Keep quiet.
Eva wanted to say something else, but the mentor left. A partner? But who? The red-haired guy! Ash. Ash is our partner. Oh, yes. The answer to her question was Ramesses, who'd been watching them in the meantime. Eva sat down at this table and asked point blank, "What does that mean?"
Did he tell you everything? You'll be working with me.
What?
My brother said you need practice, but given our current situation, you might put everyone at risk if you don't do everything right.
Alright. Eva looked down, taken aback. I didn't even have time to tell him about what happened to me in the tomb. But what about the equipment? I don't have anything, a cloak, a mask. Ramesses noticed how lost and nervous Eva looked. He gently covered her hand with his.
Don't worry, it'll be alright.
This is all a romantic choice with him. Move your hand. Eva gently took her fingers from under Ramesses' hand and said, I'm calm. I just feel uneasy.
I've done it plenty of times. Everything will be alright.
I want to believe you. She leaned back in her chair. She felt as if all her determination was gone. Being in Thebes had severely undermined her confidence. Oh, poor her.
Trust me.
Ramesses is really pretty, though. Ramesses smiled at her one last time and then carried his empty plate to the cooks. Ramao said I need to get ready, but the episode has my cloak. If I tell Ramao, I'll get in trouble. He'll find out that I lost it when I was caught by Tino. And then about the commission I accepted behind his back. I can't get a new one. Niece said she's busy, and we're forbidden to touch the Theban fabrics. He's fed. I'm up to my neck in mineral. She was getting nervous. Isman and Livius were about to leave the refectory. Eva got up and followed them. Let me follow you real quick. She overheard fragments of their conversation.
I have to help them. Can you find the house on your own? Don't worry. Go help them.
Isman nodded and headed for the healer's quarters. What was he talking about? Livius turned around and saw Eva. How's it going?
Oh, don't scare me like that.
I've heard Agnes saying something like that before. You and your incomprehensible Greek dialect again.
Incomprehensible? I would advise you to learn the language if you want people to think you're educated.
Well, then let people think I'm uneducated then. Better for me to shock them when they found out I'm not.
Almost all the scholars in the capital speak it, and in the new one, everyone will know it.
The new capital? Alexandria?
Exactly. Shall I teach you Greek? Ara is like curse you in your language.
I'm not going to Alexandria, and I'm not going to learn Greek.
Well, I'll see how you feel in a few years.
The fact he's smiling like that, but his smile is so beautiful though.
Where's the fifth hunter's house?
Are you looking for the house you were assigned? You'll know I have to accompany him, right? I'll walk with you. Let me show you around. Now you need my help, don't ya? I'm doing you a favor. Now I don't have to do anything else for you in return.
Should I bow down to you?
Yes. Bow down to me, kiss my feet. Let me stop. Okay, I'm gonna stop. You know, I have this kind of vision in my mind where he's like kneeling down before us, and then we're just starting to dominate him, you know? Like we have the whip in one hand, and like we are just moving the whip sexually around his neck, his collarbone, down his upper body, you know? I'm so horrible. I do not regret anything. I do not regret anything. I don't have to say again that she's me, right? You can kiss my hand. She held it out, wiggling her fingers. I cannot. Of course, she was just teasing him. Good, because people like, you know, didn't actually believe that I wanted to do that. But like, you know, it's when your sexual fantasies come out, you can't do anything about it. Like, it would have been insanely hot, like in front of all those people. Like, we're literally in the open. Like, that would have been insane if that scene would have actually happened. But like in the bedroom, I mean, Eva was surprised when Livius suddenly bowed, took her fingers in his hand, and brought them really close to his lips, sir. I cannot with Livius. Honestly, I don't know which one is more complicated between Eamon and Livius. They are both so hard to figure out, which makes me want them both even more. I mean, they remind me of Malbonte mostly, but especially like Livius' personality is like Amrit in a certain sense. He loves to tease, he knows the effect he has on people, and he was willing to bow down before us. He was like willing to submit to us. I cannot. No, sir. I was just teasing. He stood still for a moment, but that instant was enough for two inexcusable strange feelings to flash through Eva's heart. Anticipation and interest. Livius was looking at her so intently. See? Didn't I say that he reminds me of Amrit? He knows the effect he has on people. He knows the effect he has on us. So now he can use it to tease us. I'm sorry, but Eva is beautiful. Like, who created her character? Who is drawing the illustrations for this? I'm kissing your feet. Can we appreciate her beauty? I would love to be like that. I would love to have that flawless skin. Those beautiful blue eyes. She has beautiful sky blue eyes. He let go of her fingers and shook his head.
Did you really think I was going to do it?
I mean, it looked pretty convincing to me. But I mean, I did have my fun. You did bow down before me. So I had a little sneak peek of what you will be doing later in the bedroom when you want to use your tongue for something. I didn't think anything. Girl, that's the biggest lie you've ever said. Yeah. I cannot with this story.
You're lying. You wanted me to.
I wanted you to go even lower, sir. I'm so sorry. I regret nothing. This is the content you all signed up for when you clicked on my video, because you know this is who I am. You know this is how I am. You know I can't do anything about it. Eva didn't say anything and headed for the house they needed. Livius followed her, looking around curiously.
You're living in such conditions?
How are we supposed to live?
Have you been to the center of Thebes? It's much more picturesque.
We're staying away from Thebes so as not to get infected, you know. Livius frowned and looked away. Then he said in a more serious tone,
That's just nonsense. They aren't contagious.
How do you know? He's from Thebes?
I spend my every week an hour with those poor people, and I'm perfectly healthy. They are kind to me, full of hope. There's nothing I want more than to figure this out and help them.
Oh, he can have a serious conversation after all. Everyone can have a serious conversation. But if you just bitch at me, there's no reason for me to have a serious conversation with you. because I know that you're not gonna take me seriously or anything I say. So why should he have a serious conversation with you if you don't actually give him the reason to? If you just tease him, he's not gonna think that he can have a conversation with you, so he's not gonna start a serious conversation. You stopped playing around and asked him in a serious tone and respectful, of course, a question. And he's a respectful man. He has manners. He's well behaved. You asked him a question in a normal tone, not aggressive or anything, so he answered. Of course he can have a serious conversation. I'm pretty sure he has that side where he's like capable to figure out if a person is capable to match his personality, and so that person is worthy of his time, like, or not. You have to find someone you match with. You're not going to be capable to match with every single person you meet. You just seem to have enough spare time to go after pretty girls. Ooh, the jealousy comes out. At those moments, I guess all your noble goals get forgotten for a while. Bitch. She judged him. She actually judged him. She judged him based on what she sees. Didn't I say that she doesn't have the sight? She doesn't have the sight to, like, look deeper. She doesn't have that mindset that you have to look deeper into someone to figure out what their actual intentions are, their real motivation. She actually just said, I'm gonna judge you real quick. No, Eva.
What are you talking about?
Nothing, just thinking out loud. Girl, there are things that you just don't do. You don't go around judging people. Everyone has their own demons that they're fighting with, and everyone has their own personality. Like, if he wants to go after women, then let him go after women. I mean, it could be possible that it's coming out of a place of jealousy, but the way she said that sounded more like she's judging what he's doing in general. You do not judge someone without actually knowing them. That's a bad personality trait. I said it so many times already in my videos. They turned the corner. Eva stopped at her house. See that house over there? That's yours.
I understand. I mean, I knew it, of course.
Right. Knew what?
Where this house was.
Right. Are you saying that you just wanted to spend some time with me and that's why you were like acting like you don't know where to go? Why did you ask me then? Eva was scared for a moment. The image of Tino blackmailing her fleetingly appeared in her memory. Clenching her fist just in case, Eva realized that she was still worried about the cloak and the new commission. His face! Livius also noticed her sudden change of mood and was surprised.
You seem agitated. Are you worried about something?
He suddenly took a step closer to Eva. She stepped back. That's nonsense. To show she was fine, Eva looked right into his eyes. Livius tilted his head to the side. All traces of amusement had vanished from his face. Is he worried? What do you want from me?
I was just joking, and you got so scared as if I was trying to kill you.
I wasn't scared. You're the one who should be scared. You've done something to anger Eamon.
Are you trying to argue with me? Why?
That's her way of protecting her feelings, sir. That's her defense mechanism. Eva tried to pull herself together. Ash's strange words on the West Bank, the episode suspicion, the lost cloak. She was nervous and she was taking it out on Livius. I'm not trying to argue, honestly. I'm just exhausted and I don't understand what you want. Why did you bring me here? Livius listened to her attentively. He was handsome and he won over many people because of that. But just like everyone, the man had his own monsters to deal with. What did I say before? He just seemed to be a caring and kind healer looking for a cure. But Eva quickly realized that there was more to him. There is always more to him. You just met him. Livius wasn't bothered by her behavior. He actually kept up with her easily and even found their interactions amusing.
You know.
Livius spoke in a serious voice. He wasn't joking anymore, and his gaze was fixed on Eva.
I just wanted to go for a walk and talk to you. You looked nervous at the necropolis. At first I thought I was annoying you. Then I thought that maybe you were afraid of the epistates and worried because of him. But even now that you're safe, you're still acting strange. Is this about me then?
I can't do anything about it. This man also has some kind of power over me. We barely had any interactions with Eamon this episode. I'm kind of hurt. No, not everything has to be about you. It is about you, sir. Is that so? Then let me give you a recipe for soothing infusion to help you rest. Thank you. I'll try to make one myself. Make sure you do. Have a peaceful night. I think you could use some sleep. Damn! He said you need some rest because you're delusional. For a moment, Livius thought you were very beautiful. Aww. Livius said goodbye to her and went to his house. He's right. Soon there will be nothing left of me. Damn, girl. No need to be that dark. The house was empty. There was nowhere to be found again, but Eva didn't even pay attention to it, as it was a common occurrence. Instead of feeling concerned for her friend, she was now worried about her own fate. I need to go to the Estates and ask for my clothes back. But he might take a closer look at them out of interest. Then Eamon will either suspect something or recognize me in the future if we meet as Sheshmu and Hunter. No one should know that I own a cloak at all. My only choice is stealing. Oh god, girl, you cannot steal from the Estates room. They're in his room. The thought alone was enough to make Eva weak in the knees. Her heart was pounding in her chest. No, that would have been a death sentence. Thank you. If Eamon caught her, she wouldn't have been able to save her neck. And if he realized that Eva was hiding a black cloak, she was still as good as dead. She'd have to risk it. After all, this was the price to pay for her life. I'll sneak in, get my cloak, and then run home. Are you nuts? This woman is insane. Like, this is actually way too dangerous. Girl, just go there and ask him for a cloak. And as soon as possible, you will ask for a new one. Where do the other Sheshmu get their cloak from? They will need to have someone make it for them. Jesus Christ. I'll hide it well just in case. Eamon won't find it. The fact she's so confident she's not gonna get caught, that's what they always say. Girl, let me give you something on the way. Never start a fight you don't know for sure you can win. We're not in having secrets. We're not in having secret, girl. There is no Malbonte saving your ass. There is no Dino, no Lucifer, no war, no Asteroid, no hunger saving your ass here. No Mimi. There is no supernatural being saving your ass. Most importantly, because Dia is now completely drugged on Iboga, and our best friend and our mentor don't know about the pact of the devil that we made. Jesus Christ. I can also steal something else to make it less obvious. Eva tried to reassure herself, this bitch is insane. Her plan wasn't necessarily going to fail, right? Bitch, you are insane. Oh my god. I cannot with this woman. I cannot with this woman. This woman is gonna break me. She's gonna break me because she's gonna get herself in so much trouble. And I'm gonna have to witness it all. But yeah, that was a nice episode actually. I liked it. We had a chance to get to know Livius, and I like him, honestly. I really do. But I have the feeling that I want to try the version with Eamon first, because he intrigues me so much. You can imagine it love at first sight, like for me it was Malbonte, the soulmate feeling, and this time it's Eamon. His cold manner intrigues me. It pulls me in because I want to know how he's capable to never show emotion. He barely shows emotion. He just uses his powerful stance to make everyone around him feel small. He has that power over people. They feel insanely small whenever Eamon is around. So I want to know who he truly is. I want to know what makes him have the feeling that he has to be numb, as in emotionless, never showing any emotion, never letting anything slip in. He even shows that he cares with rage. That's even worse than how Malbonte shows his emotions. Because Malbonte, as soon as you get close to him, he actually shows that he's worried. He shows that he's sad. He shows that he loves you. Like, he actually shows those emotions. He shows worry. He shows sadness. Eamon doesn't. So I'm intrigued to know how this man is gonna crumble. So, but anyways, that was it for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me in the comments below what you think was best, and I will see you in another video. Bye!